Hey, what's up YouTube? Okay, so this is the Uncharted 4 beta. I want to show you a couple of the loadouts stuff that there is. This is of course the beta, so it could change. So in custom there's 10 large firearms. The AK-47, obviously it's a fully automatic rifle. The FAL, it's like a burst rifle, mid-range. It's alright, it's pretty good. The M14 is obviously the sniper rifle. It's pretty good, but people run really quick in this game, so you gotta be on point. The XCR is a fully auto, close range, low damage, but really high rate of fire. The MP34A, fully automatic, close range, a little bit slower than the XCR. I like that one a lot too. The MP34A, I like that one. The Metler M30, I like this one a lot. This is a semi-auto rifle, mid to far range. Pretty good gun, I like it a lot. The HS39, fully auto, mid to close range, pretty high rate of fire. Copperhead, this one has a scope. You cannot use the iron sights, it's just a scope gun. A high rate of fire, it's fully automatic. It's pretty good, but I don't like it because you always have to be in the scope, but still, it's cool. The Mauser, bolt action sniper rifle. Haven't actually used this one, but sniping in Uncharted 4 is pretty difficult because people run really fast and they can roll and stuff, so I'm still a noob trying to figure it out, but snipers are pretty sweet. Then lastly we have the shotgun. This is obviously a close range gun and it's pretty sweet to get some shotgun downs. Pistols, there are 6 pistols so far. Again, this is the beta, so things can change. There's the 9mm, which is 0 points. Then the 45, which is 1 point. Then there's like a burst pistol. This one's pretty good. I like this one a lot. And then there's like an Uzi, the Faza. Low damage, high rate of fire though. Pretty darn awesome. The revolver, this one's pretty good. It has a slow reload rate, but it's pretty darn good. Pistol, double-barreled shotgun. So this one's like the shorty from The Last of Us. It's pretty darn good. So yeah. So now let's get into the more interesting stuff. The Mystics. So in your loadout you get to pick 4 like Mystics, gear, heavy weapons, or sidekicks. So let's go through the Mystics. There's the staff, which lets you, basically it's like a beacon. It pops up, it pulses, and when it pulses you can see enemies as dots nearby. It's pretty cool. Then there's the El Dorado. It's like a totem that damages the enemies nearby. It's like you can cast it and it will spawn, and then it affects a radius around it, but they can run outside the radius. But it's good for like when there's a bottleneck and you can see a bunch of people because you can cast it there. I like that one a lot. This, I'm not even going to try to say the name. This stone, it's like a revive stone. It revives down enemies. I haven't used it that much. I used it a couple times. It's pretty good, but yeah. Then there's the Jinn. This one's sweet. So like when you have this, you can like wave dash sort of, and when you dash, people can't shoot you, and you're like a red streak of light dashing between points. And most of the time, you dash by hitting circle, and then once you get up close to them, then you can just beat them down with like melee attacks. Pretty awesome. And then there's this, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, but it slows down time. It's like a bubble. When you throw it, it will create a bubble, and then everything inside that bubble for the enemy is slowed down time, and you can really take advantage of that. So the Mystics are a sweet add-on to this game. I think it's pretty awesome. Gives it a lot of depth. So then, well, let's go on to gear. There's 5 different types of gear so far. Again, this is the beta. So there's a grenade, and then there's a revive pack. Grenade, obviously, simple, it's a grenade. You can upgrade your gear, so as you can see, 15% faster resupply. You can carry additional grenades, because normally you can only carry 1 grenade, and then if you upgrade it 3 times, they respawn 30 times percent faster, and they have 15% faster detonation. So grenades they're very, very useful. The revive pack is pretty sweet. So what happens is like when your allies go down, you can throw the revive pack and it will automatically start reviving them. Like when you throw it, there's a circle or a radius of affected areas, and it will revive any of your allies that are downed in that place. So the first upgrade is a 15% faster resupply. So like you can carry one at a time, and then number 2 is 50% faster throw speed, and then number 3 is a faster revive time, revives allies to full health, and 30% resupply, faster resupply. Again, this is the beta, so these can be tweaked. The mine is pretty useful if you're like camping and you want to like set up a sniper's nest. You can place a mine where you know people are going to come up from behind you. The upgrades are 20% faster resupply is the first upgrade. Second upgrade is 30% faster fuse time, so it'll blow up quicker. Third upgrade is mid-air explosion on detonation, no beeping. So what happens is when you go close to an enemy mine, it'll start beeping and it'll let them know like it's about to explode. But if you upgrade them 3 times, it won't let them know and they'll just explode on them. So that's pretty sweet. The C4, this is really pretty tricky. So like what happens is when you throw the C4, it will take a second, but then it will arm itself, and then you can detonate it by pushing down on the D-pad. It's pretty tricky to use, but it has its special cases where it's pretty awesome. So the first upgrade, 10% faster resupply, can detonate while downed. Okay, that's pretty darn sweet. I actually haven't used that. Second upgrade is 25% faster resupply, detonation delay reduced by 50%. Okay, so like when you press down on the D-pad, it takes a certain amount of time for it to explode. And then number 3 is stunned on explosion, 40% faster resupply. So I guess if it doesn't kill the person, it will stun them, so that gives you an advantage over them. And then last, smoke bomb. So this is your typical smoke bomb, although this smoke bomb has a large radius of effect. It's pretty crazy and really dense. You can't see through it at all. So the first upgrade, the duration of smoke increases by 50% and 15% faster resupply. So you can only carry one of these at a time. So once you throw one, it will take like, I don't know, like 2 minutes for it to reload, and then you can use another one. It's probably longer than 2 minutes, I didn't time it. So the second upgrade is 30% faster resupply, and you can carry 2 smoke bombs instead of 1. So it's pretty sweet. So those are the gear you can have. And then let's go into the heavy weapons. The RPG. It's an RPG. It's pretty awesome. Especially if you can find grouped up enemies, you can take out a buttload of people. This is like a large revolver, .44 caliber, 2 shots to down, 1 headshot to down, 6 bolts per purchase. Again, these could probably change in the beta, from the beta. So this is a semi-auto shotgun, pretty useful, but you have to be pretty close to use it. This is a fast-firing automatic rifle. I used it once, it's pretty good, but I don't know. I like this one the most. This is a grenade launcher, pretty darn awesome. 4 rounds per purchase, and then it shoots just like the potato gun, like from The Last of Us. You can arc them and has a pretty big radius of explosion. And then this is like a giant assault automatic machine gun, so this is crazy. So let's get to the last thing in this added purchasable. So the sidekicks. Sidekicks are probably the biggest advantage in this game. I think Naughty Dog did awesome when they included this. So what it is you can spawn a sidekick next to you. So like a sniper, a savior, a hunter, or a brute. I'll go through these guys. Sniper obviously is a sniper. So what you can do is you can get up into like a bell tower, spawn the sniper. She'll stay up there. He'll stay up there. And then you can go down and they'll stay up there, keep shooting at people. The savior, he'll revive you if you get down. He'll also revive your allies next to you, and he follows you around the map. The hunter, this guy's pretty hilarious. So what he does is when you spawn him, he'll take off into the map, and what he does is he grabs a hold of people and he puts them into a full Nelson, and then they're immobilized. But what they're gonna do, like once you get grabbed by one of these guys, you start hitting triangle to like elbow them, and you try to get out of their they're grappling with you, and you can hit triangle and they hold you for like 30 seconds. But if he's your hunter, what you're going to do is like you're going to follow him around. He'll grab the enemy and then you can just KO the enemy. So it's pretty useful. Except the annoying thing is like he doesn't follow you around. He just takes off into the map, and like you have to chase him, and he runs pretty fast. But they're pretty cool. They're hilarious when you get grabbed by one or when they grab the enemy. So the last guy, this guy's my favorite. He's the Brute. What he basically is he's a battle. He's a massive dude with like chest plates and armor and a helmet, and he has a massive machine gun. So like when you spawn him, he just lays down covering fire, and it's pretty crazy. Um, what I like to do is like with my friends is we all spawn brutes at the same time, and then you have like a giant wall of bullets. What's interesting is like if you want to take out a brute, you can charge up your little grappling hook like a charge up, and if you get behind them, they have no armor, so you can either hit them from behind, or if you're behind them, you can shoot them, and then it takes like half a clip from an AK-47 to put these guys down. But if you're shooting them from the front, it takes like a lot of bullets. Another interesting thing is with the brutes is like the mystical, the El Dorado really takes out the brutes, because like if you can't get away from the El Dorado, like if you can't run away from it, it's gonna kill you. So if you spawn an El Dorado next to brutes, they're really slow. I'll say that, and it takes a while for them to get away. So it's like their weakness. They can't get away from the El Dorado. So that's pretty crazy. Okay, so lastly, let's talk about the boosters. The boosters are basically like your different loadouts for your character, like your personal character. So there's a pretty good amount of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11, 12. So there's 12 so far. Again, this could change. I don't know if Naughty Dog's going to change them for the actual game or if this is what they plan on keeping them. But so let's go through them one by one. So Helping Hand increases the pickup time, so you can revive allies faster. You can upgrade these also. So Helping Hand 2, you revive them 100% faster, heal an ally back to full health when you have revived them, and the Helping Hand 3 is 200 times percent faster, and also you can heal them up to full health. So this one's great for revives, obviously. And then when you get downed, like when you get downed and you're not KO'd, you can crawl around. So down but not out gives you 30% more health. And if you upgrade it to number 2, you get 30% more health, and you can also crawl 25% faster, so you can get back to allies faster. So Naughty Dog did this sweet thing where you can shoot over cover, like keep your head down and shoot over like that. So this deep cover removes some of the damage while decreases it by 20% if it's level 1. If it's level 2, decreases it by 40%, and also it increases the reload by 25%. So that's pretty sweet. So marking. So if you want to mark your enemies, you can click down on L3. Normally, if you don't have this booster selected, you can't mark people at all. So perk 1 lets you mark people. If it's level 2, you can mark people, and also it lasts 3 seconds longer. If it's level 3, they get outlined. The people you mark have outlines around them. So that's cool. So let's go to gear revive. So like I was saying, your gear takes a while for it to replenish. So when you do this, so time to next gear resupply reduces by 15 seconds every time you revive an ally. Oh wow, okay, that's pretty cool. So if you revive people, your gear will respawn quicker. And if it's level 2, it reduced by 25 seconds every time instead of 15. So that's pretty cool. So if you revive people, you could get a lot more gear, throw a lot more grenades or whatever. So every map has little treasures hidden out throughout it. So when you grab a treasure, it gives you like $200. And if I didn't say this before, the way that you spawn like your brutes or you use your mysticals is you pay for them with like cash or whatever. So like a brute's like 800 I think, and like an El Dorado's like 600. So you have to first earn up money by killing people and getting KOs. Also you can run around the map and grab treasure. So what Treasure Hunter does is it gives you an extra 50 when you pick up treasure. That's level 1. Level 2, it also gives you $50 more, and you can see relics that have spawned on the map. And level 3, you gain a piece of gear for every third treasure you collect, along with all the others from the top. So money's very important because the more money you have, the more brutes you can spawn, the more Eldorados you can throw around, and it's quite useful. So then the next is cash drip. So again, money's important in this game. So you get 30% increase passive cash drip by 33%, and you get 50 bucks every time you respawn. So that's pretty useful. Loose change, what it is when you get KO'd, it will leave $50 in the location that you were KO'd. If it's level 2, you'll get 75, and you might find some ammo also. So that's useful, because if you die a lot, or if you're dying a lot, then you can pick up cash and ammo where you've died at. So scavenger. Get an additional 25% ammo from ammo pickups. Okay, that's level 1. Level 2 gives you 50% more ammo from ammo pickups. So when you kill people, they drop ammo and you get money for killing them. So that's where you get more additional ammo. Most of the time, like if you spawn with AK-47, you have 60 rounds. And when you kill people, you can pick up more ammo from them. So 2 more. So stealth. So like I said, you can get spotted, and also if someone places that staff, you'll show up on the map. Most of the time, you show up on the map if you're shooting and sprinting, I believe. So stealth, enemies don't see you during spawn, fly-ins, okay. Cannot be marked by sidekicks, so sidekicks can't mark you. On top of that, level 2, you cannot be marked by enemy players, and level 3, you can't be marked by the staff. So if you don't want to show up on the map at all, you have to have level 3 stealth, and then you can't, no one can mark you, basically. Sneaking is not a big part of this game, although flanking is, so it could be useful. So explosion awareness. So enemy C4 and mines are outlined for you when you are within 5 meters of them. Okay, sweet. So like I said, mines you can place and they're static, and then C4 the person will throw it and then they'll push down on the D-pad to explode it. So this lets you see where they're at so you don't ever get exploded on. If it's level 2, enemy C4 and mines are outlined from a further distance, 10 meters. So that's pretty cool. So the last one is Headmaster. So time to next gear resupply decreases by 10 seconds for each enemy you down with a headshot. Okay, so a big part of this game is being able to throw gear like grenades and health pickups and stuff like that. And so the respawn rate on the grenades is pretty long time. So every time, everything that can decrease that respawn rate for the grenade is very useful. Although headshots is difficult for me to get, so this is difficult. But if you get a headshot, it decreases it by 10 seconds. If it's level 2, it decreases it by 10 seconds. And time to next gear supply decreases by 3 seconds for any headshot. Okay. So if you get it down from a headshot, you get 10 seconds off your resupply rate time, and if you get any headshot, it takes off 3 seconds. So that's pretty awesome. So let me show you a couple of my loadouts that I've been using and I like a lot. This one is one of the ones I use a lot. So I like the Metler M30. This one is the one where you can either use the iron sights, and if you're using the iron sights and you want to use your scope, you click X. That took me a long time to figure out. So you're scoped in on iron sights, and then you click X to use the actual scope. Then I have the 45, which is pretty powerful. Like I said, I love brutes. They're crazy. They're really, really useful. And then I like grenades a lot also. And then I was using this giant machine gun for like close range combat. And then the El Dorado is really useful. It's useful because if they're bunched up, you can throw it into the center of them, and if it kills them, perfect. But what it's going to do anyways, it's going to cause them to spread out from the center, because they're all trying to get away from the totem. So let's say that they're held up behind this wall. I'm going to throw the El Dorado behind them, and then all of a sudden they have to scatter, and when they're scattering, I can shoot them. So it's really useful. Then I was using the Gear Reviver too, because like I said, being able to throw grenades and other things is really important, so I want to be able to so what I want to be able to do is throw more, so this helps me have quicker respawns on my grenades. And then I just have the loose chains because I get KO'd a lot, and when I get KO'd, it leaves a little stash of money for me. So, like I said, this is obviously just the beta. Uncharted's still probably like 60, 70 days out. So, unless they push it back again, which hopefully they don't. But if they do, I will still purchase the game, obviously. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys like what the different loadouts are like and what you guys can sort of expect and all the fun that we're gonna have together when we play this game. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe. I post a lot of videos weekly, probably 2 or 3, and more content's coming daily. So thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later.